Businesses are leaving downtown Portland. Let's have a look. Hello everyone, Florian.Heise here, and welcome to another episode of HeiseSays. Grab your shine of coffee, and let's have a look at this article from Fox Business, which is discussing businesses leaving downtown Portland over lawlessness. And if we just jump over here, this is Google Earth, just type in Portland riots. You can see here, just from the images. I mean, I don't know about you, but I used to have a retail premises, and whenever we had functions or events, we'd have security there. We'd have to hire them just to keep the homeless or the riffraff away, because there were a few of them that were coming around asking for smokes or for things like this. And then there was other social services up the road, and they'd come past, but it was nothing. It really was nothing. I felt safe there to have my children there. I'd work there late at night. I was not worried at all, and this was in Yeronga here in Brisbane. There are other parts of Brisbane where I'd probably be a bit worried, where when I was working in Fortitude Valley as a student, or when I was living there, you know, you'd be walking over people that were passed out due to drugs. There'd be, druggies passing out on top of buildings, and, be violence and issues like that. People begging on the streets. Maybe they've cleaned it up a bit. I haven't been there in a while now, but nothing like this. This is just insane. This is just insane. I mean, these are people LARPing as revolutionaries, setting fires to things, destroying, stealing, demanding money from people. And, it's just crazy. It is just utterly insane. Utterly insane. And, I mean, it makes you wonder, what's going to happen with the election that they're having over there in the States? And what if Trump wins? What's gonna happen? The same nutters are gonna start running around, destroying businesses. Destroying businesses. It's good to see those arts degrees and those gender studies degrees are all being put to such good use. Such good use there. So let's have a look at this. Businesses are leaving downtown Portland over lawlessness, a report. The number is nothing. Is like nothing I've seen in 42 years of doing business in downtown, a developer wrote. Yeah, well, yes, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. I mean, I know there's issues with police brutality over there, and there are calls for reform, but you can't just defund a police force. You don't want nutters, nutters like this run around with guns pretending that I'm the police now and running around. Yeah, you don't want that. People will leave. The people who can will leave. They will leave. Then your city will become a shithole. Then you'll get to experience your socialist utopia. It's funny how it's always the democratic cities, isn't it, over there? It's funny that. The months of protest. Yeah, it's been months. Months of protest and riots. Months, everyone. Have prompted some businesses in the city to opt to move out completely or relocate outside its central district, according to a report on Monday. Greg Goodman, the co-president of the Downtown Development Group, said in a letter to Mayor Ted Wheeler and members of the Portland City Council that the exodus of companies wasn't related to the BLM movement, but does have most everything to do with the lawlessness you are endorsing downtown. Well, this is the thing. BLM's just... is it even relevant anymore when people are doing this? When they're committing violence? When people are dying in these riots? When they're just looting for the sake of it? There's footage of people just walking into shops, shoplifting without caring. Any political message you were hoping to achieve, any advocacy you wanted to make to address some reforms is completely lost now. You've hardened people against your movement. The number is like nothing I've seen in 42 years of doing business in downtown, he wrote, according to Portland's Coin. I mean, here you have it. A Portland police officer shoves a protester as police try to disperse the crowd. Goodman said companies including Daimler Trucks North America, Airbnb, Banana Republic, Microsoft, Sourcebox and Google, which he claimed leased 90,000 square feet in the Marcy's building and has stopped construction of their improvements. So they're driving away business. They're going to create unemployment, and that's going to lead to more social issues. Is New York, everyone remembers, the stories about New York back from the 90s and the 80s. Is it going to come back like that? See, this is the thing. You get this this violence, you get these protests, you get these mobs. And then, there'll be calls for order, calls to suppress them. I'm surprised it's not coming from the Democrats right now, but they're in bed with them. I mean, how can you justify this? I think the media has a lot to blame. A lot of the media, a lot of the lies. The list goes on and on. If you know a retail or office broker, give them a call and ask them how many clients they have that are trying to leave, he continued. Goodman encourages city leaders to walk around downtown Portland in the morning, adding that he would personally give them a tour. You aren't sweeping the streets. Needles are all over the place. Garbage cans are broken and left open. Glass from car windows that has been broken out is all over the streets. Parks are strewn with litter, he wrote. You are willfully neglecting your duties as elected officials to keep our city safe and clean. I mean, they're doing that intentionally, aren't they? They have to be. They have to be. They want it. They want this disruption. They want this violence. Why else would they be allowing it to happen? Or are they just such weak politicians, such weak leaders? One protester told the station that he understood the frustration stemming from the ongoing violence and questioned if demonstrators could do a different form of protest besides burning down something. It's not a protest anymore. It's a riot. It is a riot. One rioter. Or is this someone who's actually believing that they can protest while everyone else is running around robbing shops, setting up little anarchist little communities there, socialist utopias? Police have argued that the protesters are making it difficult for them to respond to other calls because their resources are tied up. On Saturday, police said 30 officers were available to manage the crowd that numbered several hundred. Authorities added how the Bureau had to be judicious with our limited resources because many officers working during the previous night's demonstrations, according to the Oregon. In a statement to Kucoin, Wheeler said he is reviewing the decision as to why officers didn't step in on Saturday when right-wing activists and BLM counter-demonstrators fought. I vehemently oppose what the Proud Boys... The Proud Boys aren't right-wing, are they? They're just nationalists. Oh, I guess that's right-wing, isn't it? According to some in the media. I vehemently oppose what the Proud Boys and those associated with them stand for. Really? The BLM are Marxists. They're utter... Look at the people who created that movement. Look at what they believe. Okay? They're not role models. They're not role models, everyone. Half of the people rocking up there are LARPing have got no idea of the actual background behind it. I vehemently oppose what the Proud Boys and those associated with them stand for, and I will not tolerate hate speech and the damage it does to our cities. You know what? I would bet a carton you've got a more diverse membership in Proud Boys than BLM. I would bet you a carton there. They're not white nationalists, particularly those coming to our city armed. Well, the BLM people are armed. Threaten the safety of Portlanders and are not welcome here, he said. We're at a critical place where police officers are needed to intervene in protests where police officers themselves are at flashpoints. So, I mean, we'll have a look here. I mean, these are the images, guys. These are the images. What do you think? What do you think? Do you think we can blame the Proud Boys for this? Do you think we can blame the Proud Boys? Let me know your thoughts and opinions, guys. Just seems like weak political leadership. Weak political leadership. People not wanting to be seen to stepping out of place. Hang on, let me look up. Portland. Is it a Democrat city? Portland Democratic City Committee. Everyone is welcome. Portland protest ban federal agents from city. Portland of Oregon. Leans Democratic. you know, leans Democrat. Well, we'll have to see. We'll have to see. As always, let me know your thoughts and opinions in the comments below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you had a business there, would you keep it there or would you get out? Do you think this will put a permanent stain on the city? Will people just, you know what? I'm going to leave. Wonder how many people are going to move to Texas. As always, thanks for watching. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you're a fan and want to support the content I create here, there's a few ways you can. You can join us on YouTube or Patreon. You can support us using our affiliate links at Amazon, eBay, Independent Reserve, or Kucoin. You can buy our merch from HeiseSays, use Gold Pass from the Perth Mint, or support us via PayPal. Take care, everyone. Have a great day, and I'll see you all next time.